the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Hey, like 5.
Let's go, D.
Snicker.
Check 3, check 3. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Solid, 5 down.
Slam. Check 37.
Slash is good.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
That's good for the Cardinals. 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
50. Take 2 of them.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, watch it.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. David Long, the rookie from West Virginia, there defensively.
Now, that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game, where that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well. Roethlisberger. And he's got Fitzgerald. And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
You got tight.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? These 2.
Check 24, check 24.
Take both of them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. It's Williams on the catch. Williams loses the football. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You ain't going nowhere.
From the gun, here's gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Well, Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. Goff throwing complete to Kupp, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he coughed it up, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. Now Drake loses the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
56.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch the safety.
Heat these two.
Jim. Check. Fresno.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Completes it to Fitzgerald. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 13. Shoot. Showing up.
Shake both of them.
Check safety.
These two. Eight.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Drake. We're scoreless after 1. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Take 2 of them.
Hey, alert 3. He's checking. Crash.
Show that best release and go.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy can hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, The action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the 50, it's gone. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really competent throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
From the 44, Roethlisberger. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
77. Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 28. Oh, yeah.
Focus.
Here we go again. Say.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Watch out. 57 to Mike.
Hey, Shell.
Hey,
Zoo.
57 to Mike. I got it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. A Ram 1st down as Goff finds Kupp. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his 2nd NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Right there. 7, baby.
At the 40-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to go down again. Chandler Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, you know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here we go. Like 80.
Check me out. Watch tight end. Tight right. Even. 4 down. Even. Check 9.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check 52.
No spacing. Alert, black and turn.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
That's good for the Cardinals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's coming.
Take 2 of them. Middle. Let's go. Snickers, got to spin.
Here's Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Check. Watch twitch.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he finds Fitzgerald. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
230.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Go.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
3rd and long. It's gone. Man open. That's Damian Ratley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
Let's go, let's go!
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To throw is gone. That's taken in by Henderson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
2 yards on the play. First down, Rams.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Let's bring it. Patrick.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now gone. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check. Hey, 5.
Throwing again is gone. He gets it to Cooks. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that's complete to Cooks. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Rams 7, Cardinals 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive.
Greystone, Travis. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Take both of them. 44. Hey, Echo. Let's go, Black.
Throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Easy. You good? Easy.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
230. Heat these two.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill.
Alert.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
Hey, let's get there.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree
you're
totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches. Because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check curls.
Here's Gone. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On third down, here's Henderson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Rams.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get that quarterback. Slam. Check 37.
Hey, let's go.
Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 21-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's gone. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Hey, listen up. Hey, 20. Listen.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the point. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it.
These two.
Check 43.
Quarter.
Rush in.
Here we go.
Rush in. Watch safety green. Watch safety.
Monday. Take 2 of them.
Shoot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And the Cardinals, first down. First and 10.
Like 80.
49-yard line.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Watch it.
Double bump. Cross.
Check 24.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
He was brought down by Devon Kennard. got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Los Angeles.
Tonight, my 20.
Here we go. Watch tight end.
Merlin.
3 down.
Hey, Haywood.
50 seconds.
On first down, it's gone. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Here we go.
Gone. And Thomas has it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Hey, you got 3 down.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the twist. Watch the safety creep.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Check. 50. Check 13.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Able to find Isabella. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Get that quarterback D-line.
Look basic.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Tanner Rapp, who picked it. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons leading tackler in 2018. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Get in the weight room. Check it back.
He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Los Angeles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.